A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us for the UBC News tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and without further ado, let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
The news headlines are brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Keep your information up to date with your regulated financial institution. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Ugandan shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
In our headlines tonight, Prime Minister Robin Anabanja rallies Bunyoro MPs to mobilize citizens on government programs. The NRM EC clarifies Paddy Kisembo candidature in the Kikuwe District LC5 by-election was legal. And Soroti authorities allocate 49 million shillings to renovate the city mortuary. And golfers committee in multiple rounds.
Brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Keep your information up to date with your regulated financial institution. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Ugandan shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
A very good evening once again. Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. In our top story tonight, the Permanent Secretary Office of the President, Haji Yunus Kakande, has notified the public to guard against fraudsters soliciting money, promising posts of RDCs, deputies and assistants. He has ruled out pending changes in the offices. Let's take a look at these details.
Shortly after the announcement of the new cabinet last month, the public were thrown into speculations suggesting that the president was considering nationwide changes in his representatives at the district, seat and division levels.
The people were what? Working. And there is no one who has told me that they are going to change RDCs. We are not changing RDCs.
However, the office of the president has ended this talk, noting that there is no expectations of such changes in these regards.
If in future we are to change, we only change those ones who have disciplinary cases. Disciplinary, purely disciplinary cases. Those are the people who can change. But people are working. So there is no need for someone to write someone that I'm going to put you in the list. There is no list here. There is no list anywhere. And people should not get and give their money to those con men and con women. Tell them that a gentleman called Kakanda said that there is no money paying. The other dispositions are filled and people are working.
Speaking to UBC, Haji Yunus Kakande, the Permanent Secretary Office of the President, the general public is therefore warned against fraudsters in regards to this matter.
People should not give people money. The other these posts are already filled. There are people who are working.
According to the Permanent Secretary, what is now left for the current office bearers is to supervise the proper implementation of the government programs.
Leaders must really go down. And that's how you can create mindset change in our people. What the president says that no sleep, that no sleep can only come when our leaders are busy mobilizing the young people down there to start working.
As for the enhancement of their salaries, Haji Kakande notes that this matter has been referred to the 2027-2028 financial year.
We shall revise the salaries of RDC effective financial year 2027-2028. Not this coming financial year. Yeah, because there were other priorities. Especially our science in art sabaliba wawuliranga art sciences ngabagamba nti afe lwaki balimu abo waffe ne mutatuwa. Kati abo government yalina okulanga ate naawe beetwala waggulu. Kati abo omwaka guno sente z'omwaka guno baba bataddemu abasomesa arts mu masomero baba nabo basobole okufuna obusente obufalagana obwabali bannaabwe. Kati abo baba badde priority omwaka guno ate omwaka guli bajja kuba abakulembeze aba RDC n'abakulembeze ba chairman 5 abama district.
Robert Nyango, UBC News.
And in more UBC News tonight, Soroti City authorities have allocated more than 49 million shillings to renovate the city mortuary following years of deterioration, poor sanitation and security concerns. Let's take a look at the details.
Soroti City has earmarked 49.6 million shillings for the renovation of the Soroti mortuary located in Nakatunya ward near Maroon Quarters in Soroti City. The facility has reportedly operated in a poor state for more than a decade, with damaged fencing, inadequate security, lack of electricity, and insufficient equipment affecting service delivery.
We thank God that we have not yet had a serious issue that we need to take somebody there. We pray that within 1 month people should not die. That's what we pray now. But it is always God is what? God is a plan.
The mortuary also lacks basic furniture for staff, while the stretcher used to transport bodies is old and worn out. The compound is overgrown with bushes and anthills and has become a grazing ground for livestock after sections of the perimeter fence were vandalized and allegedly sold as scrap metal.
It doesn't deserve anybody's attention simply because it is for dead people and dead people are useless. I think that's not correct. The compound is very, very bushy. Maybe it is, if it is to be slashed, it's once a year. It is neighbors who normally take their goats and cows there to eat the grass and reduce it a bit. But that still is not correct.
Residents and local leaders say the poor state of the facility has created sanitation and safety concerns, with unclaimed bodies sometimes remaining at the mortuary for up to 2 weeks before identification.
But now we also want to request that if there's a way we could lobby for a fridge, because most of those, when we lose our dear ones, they are just put there. There's no fridge, so it's meant to be a temporary place. But we could lobby for a fridge since that's the only city mortuary that we have, and it helps.
Benson Ekwe Osen, the Executive Director of Public Affairs Center Uganda, urged city authorities to prioritize the renovation and explore ways of generating revenue from the facility to support its maintenance.
My advice to the city is to ensure that the mortuary services are up to global accepted standards, improve it. It must be powered properly. Otherwise it will start affecting the neighborhood. Because if you have a body that stays there for 1 week, there's no cooling system, what will happen? They would start rotting and affecting the entire community there.
Senior mortuary attendant Basil Anatu cited the lack of lighting and the vandalized fence among the major challenges affecting operations at the facility. Meanwhile, LC1 chairperson Paul Opige called for the upgrading of the mortuary into a health facility and urged authorities to establish clear regulations regarding the management of unclaimed bodies.
The status of that mortuary is not good because the authorities of the city, they don't care about that mortuary. When you see the mortuary, there is no fridge of the mortuary, and also there is no power which can help the dead bodies to be safe from there. So we don't think that it's a mortuary. We think the authorities of the city, they should change that thing to be a health center 2 or 3.
Deputy Town Clerk Badru Ochengel confirmed that renovation works will include roof repairs, replacement of the perimeter fence, construction of a gate, repair of windows, and renovation of the attendant's room.
The Prime Minister Robin Nabanja has challenged Bunyoro sub-region members of parliament to prioritize service to the people of advancing socio-economic transformation. Nabanja was presiding over a meeting of Bunyoro legislators at the office of the Prime Minister in Kampala, where members elected new leaders to Bunyoro Parliamentary Caucus.
While chairing the meeting, the Prime Minister emphasized the need for unity and a shared vision among leaders, noting that coordinated efforts are essential for achieving meaningful development and improving the livelihoods of Wananchi.
We still have a lot of gaps when it comes to road construction. And so this caucus should be strategic to harmonize all of us so that our people can benefit.
Nabanja congratulated the newly elected caucus leaders and urged them to take a leading role in mobilizing communities and promoting government programs across the region.
I want to congratulate members, our chairperson, Honorable Emile Kugonza, Mwebale, because we agreed that we do it through consensus. my sister, Umubito Kati, Omusita Kati, Honorable Nora, congratulations.
The Minister-designate for Local Government, Balam Bargahara, called for improved coordination and streamlined operations within local governments to enhance service delivery and accountability.
As we take our oath tomorrow, to end cleaning our local governments. Local government, chiwere kizibu. Nemugenda mkusera karuru, ni wabaima karuru. Njagubagambira example ya Masindi. Emyaka esatu sente nizigarukanka Kampala ezabakozi. Tutuyina abakozi kuba abantu bakunenangana. Ati nyewe kuba bakusaba sente. Chairman akusaba ziti, chairman wa commission akusaba ziti, nibanga kukwatagana.
Meanwhile, the Minister-designate for Science, Technology and Innovation, Engineer Jonad Asimwe, pledged to work closely with various ministries and agencies to support economic growth and innovation.
Nkiagenda kuraba mu bintu bingi kandi ngenda kuba ni consultinga ministries zona. STI is not an independent ministry. It is supposed kuba mafuta motoka. So bundaba nkuhikira ati nka minister waitu Balamu bunkuba nkuhikirire mu local government. Tukwenda kula STI a driving rate the 80%.
The newly elected chairperson of the Bunyoro Parliamentary Caucus, Dr. Emily Kugonza, the Buyanja East MP for Chibale District, pledged to work with all legislators from the region to champion socio-economic transformation and address the needs of the people.
I want to assure all the people of Bunyoro that we will promote the Bunyoro agenda, that will mainly focus on the priorities which the communities from across the board have been expressing. And this is particularly the Bunyoro University. There is already a lot of progress, but we want this accelerated such that it becomes operational. And I will do all what it takes together with all my members and all the other members of the caucus to ensure that this is realized. We've been for long having a problem of land.
The new caucus leadership includes Nora Bigirwa Nyendoha as deputy chairperson, Margaret Akiki Naziwa as treasurer, Rogers Byamukama as general secretary, Kasule Ismail Amoti as publicity secretary, Pius Wakabi as chief whip, and Flora Natumanya as welfare secretary.
The NRM Electoral Commission has clarified the circumstances surrounding the candidature of Paddy Kisembo in the Kikube District LC5 by-election, maintaining that his nomination as the party flag bearer was conducted legally and in accordance with party procedures. Speaking to NRM leaders in Changwali and Kavoya sub-counties, NRM Electoral Commission Commissioner Jen Alisemera explained that the party had initially endorsed Philip Mbabazi on the understanding that he would submit the required academic documents from the United States within the stipulated time.
According to Alisemera, Mbabazi failed to provide the required documents before the deadline, prompting the party to consider the next eligible candidate in line.
He told us that he studied senior 4 here, and indeed he had the certificate of senior 4. Then other certificates that they are from USA. So we told him quickly get them so that by the time we reach nomination day of the National Electoral Commission, he should have acquired those, they should have reached here in Uganda. So we moved on and we would call him every week. He says they are on the way.
She noted that Paddy Kisembo, who emerged as the second runner-up during the party primaries, was subsequently selected and duly nominated as the official NRM flag bearer for the by-election.
The last day he said, I've got them. So when we went to look at the papers, which he said he had got, they were not the certificates we wanted. They were still a certain transcript which the National Council of Higher Education could not equate with the senior 4 to make senior 6. So
Alsemera urged party members to remain united, avoid confusion, and rally behind Kisembo in the upcoming election.
So we could not take chances, yet we had another candidate, another person who was also NRM, except that he had lost and he had come as independent. So we took on we talked to him and he accepted, said, I'm going to stand. In fact, we took him on at around 20 minutes to the closing of the day, of the nomination day. So his papers were already checked, since he was already a candidate for independent.
NRM Director for Mobilization, Rosemary Nansubuga Seninde, echoed the message, calling on party leaders and supporters to fully support the officially nominated candidate and focus on securing victory for the party.
There have been a lot of, rumors, misguidance by a number of people on social media, and of course, trying to tell lies to the people of Chikove. But so this is what I have been explaining, because that is why I have said once the leaders understand and they appreciate whatever comes on social media and whatever comes to them, they will be able now to see if they're right and wrong. So for us, we are convinced, the leaders have appreciated, and we are convinced all will go well. Now, the purpose of the meetings we are holding now, we have already organized the program for the village meetings. And so we are with the leaders from the sub-counties who are going to go down to the parishes to coordinate the village meetings.
Meanwhile, the Chikube RDC said campaigns will be held in 4 sub-counties, while activities in 2 others will be restricted due to Ebola-related risks.
The candidates have been guided very well that before you go for a meeting, those delegates must be screened. They must be screened so that we can, maybe you never know, we may have a suspect, a contact, so that we can put that contact aside. So it is for Kavoya and Kiangwali, the candidates will only meet agents.
Philip Aguta for UBC News in Chikube.
And in other news, Uganda's digital transformation agenda has received a major boost over the past decade through partnerships between government and private sector technology firms. As cyber threats evolve with the rise of artificial intelligence, stakeholders are calling for increased investment in cybersecurity skills, infrastructure, and innovation. This was the message during the 10th anniversary celebrations of Milima Security, Uganda cybersecurity company.
The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance has hailed Milima Security for its contribution to strengthening Uganda's cybersecurity landscape over the last 10 years. Speaking during the company's 10th anniversary celebrations, the Undersecretary at the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Sophia Nantongo, said the government is encouraged by the growing awareness of cybersecurity among Ugandans and the increasing number of professionals acquiring skills in the sector.
Today, as a Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, we are very happy to be celebrating with Milima Securities, having done 10 solid years in the cybersecurity business. We are happy as a government of Uganda that now our citizens understand more what cybersecurity is all about, and they're well equipped to really protect themselves as well.
Nantongo also commended Milima Security for supporting organizations against cyber threats and contributing to Uganda's digital transformation agenda through skills development, innovation, and capacity building.
Especially for Milima Securities, that it has supported very many companies to strengthen their guard against cyber attacks. And lately, with the coming of AI, the cyber attacks are becoming more sophisticated.
During the celebrations, Emmanuel Chagara, the Chief Executive Officer of Milima Security, warned that cybercrime is becoming one of the biggest threats facing businesses and financial institutions. He cited statistics from Uganda Police Annual Crime Report, which indicate a significant rise in cybercrime cases, underscoring the urgent need for stronger cybersecurity measures across both the public and the private sector.
We are celebrating 10 years at a time when cybercrime is increasingly becoming one of the most central concerns for businesses.
Chagara welcomed recent efforts to promote digital financial transactions and reduce dependency on physical cash. However, he cautioned that increased digitization must be matched with stronger cybersecurity systems and preparedness.
We also have to ask ourselves just how ready are we as an ecosystem, as an economy, as a country. To what extent are we ready to deal with the increased volumes of cash that we're going to be moving through these various channels? What are the threats that we should prepare ourselves for? How ready are our financial institutions when it comes to dealing with these threats?
The chairman of the board of directors at NITAU also commended Milima Security for promoting locally developed solutions and upholding integrity within Uganda's cybersecurity. He noted that building Uganda's digital sovereignty requires strong local technology companies capable of protecting critical national digital infrastructure and supporting government institutions.
Many organizations just think about only a password, and they think by getting a small antivirus onto your computer, you've got all the cybersecurity you need. They have no understanding of the capacity, of the energy, of the requirements and the armor that people like Emma bring against the growing cyber threats in the world.
As cyber threats continue to increase globally, stakeholders emphasize the need for stronger collaboration between government, private sector players, and development partners to secure Uganda's digital future. Mike Bakabulindi compiled this report.
Furthermore, the Mataniko County Member of Parliament in Moroto District and also Karamoja Minister-designate, Dr. John Baptist Loki, says that there is a need for appropriate skilling for Karimojong youth, which will help them earn a living and deter them from involving in activities destabilizing the region. Dr. Loki is also the NRM-SEC member representing Karamoja in the recent cabinet reshuffle. He was appointed as Cabinet Minister for Karamoja Affairs.
Government has appointed 2 ministers, all are Karimojong, into Karamoja Affairs. It started in 2023 with Peter Lokeri Steko, and in the recent cabinet reshuffle, Karamoja has 2 ministers, Dr. John Baptist Doki as the cabinet minister, while Nakapiripirit Districtwoman MP Esther Davina Nyakun, state minister.
A number of times the people of Karamoja region have been commenting that why is it that the Ministry of Karamoja Affairs is being given to the people outside Karamoja. We are now going to work very hard not to disappoint the president, who has answered the queries, the questions of Karamojong.
Dr. John Baptist Doki is the designate minister for Karamoja Affairs.
Thank the president for disappointment, and I welcome disappointment with all my heart. I am a Karamojong myself. I was born in Karamoja. I have grown in Karamoja. I've worked in Karamoja before. So this docket will not be very strange.
Loki plans to harmonize the legislature and policy to serve the people of Karamoja.
I see my presence in Parliament as an advantage because then I'm there in the National Assembly where I can influence policy in favor of the Karamojong people. I see my presence in cabinet as an opportunity for me to lobby and advocate for special programs and funding for the projects and programs in Karamoja.
He also targets compulsory education for all school-going age and appropriate skills for Karamojong youth.
We need to do advocacy, we need to do programmatic shift and see which skills, which knowledge is appropriate for the learners in the region.
He will end inter-ethnic clashes since security forces have pacified Karamoja and there is relative peace.
Cross-district peace meetings to talk about sustainable peace in the region, the need for coexistence among the various ethnic groups in Karamoja. We need to do a lot of sensitization in the kraals. We need to have security for the cows.
Dr. John Baptist Doki is a Karamojong who has worked in Karamoja before joining Parliament. Ministry of Karamoja Affairs was started as an affirmative action ministry in 1987. Article 32 of the 1995 Constitution addresses affirmative action for marginalized groups to address historical and social imbalances.
3 years after President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's 2023 PDM tour in Greater Masaka, leaders are revisiting a key industrialization pledge. NRM mobilizer Justin Namere wants government to establish the promised industrial park and factories in Masaka City.
In mid-2023, President Yoweri Museveni toured Greater Masaka under the Parish Development Model Program, visiting communities, wealth creators, and the Presidential Skilling Hub, promoting industrialization and job creation. 3 years later, calls are growing to implement earlier pledges on factories and industrial development.
In this term of no more sleep and no more corruption and no more politeness towards the corrupt and the negligent, I kindly remind you that in the city of Masaka, we are an agricultural city. You can't separate agriculture and industrialization. Please let us realize our pledge that we made to the people of Masaka who voted you overwhelmingly.
Namere says Masaka's shrinking arable land makes industrialization even more urgent for livelihoods.
Let us remember the pledge that we made to our people, Your Excellency, of having a number of factories in Masaka.
She adds that the industrial park would create jobs for the youth and support government skilling programs.
They have very little arable land now. Most of the land that is arable is now in the surrounding areas of Masaka city, but the city in itself has much less arable land. The factories will come in handy, they will change their life, they will change generations to come.
During his tours, President Museveni emphasized industrialization as key to Uganda's economic transformation.
We can plan and we increase.
Residents now expect implementation of the industrial park promise to boost farming, trade and employment. As government advances industrial growth, Masaka leaders say the pledge could reshape the region's economy. Henry Okrut, UBC.
The Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Minsa Kabanda, has commissioned the Patriots Club Luwero chapter with the aim of spreading General Muhoozi Kainerugaba's message of patriotism across Greater Luwero. During the launch event held in Busika, the Minister, together with Patriots Club Uganda National Chairman Bob Kakuru, participated in several community activities, including tree planting and in schools, and the donation of games and sports equipment.
Patriots Club Uganda, under the leadership and guidance of General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, officially launched the Patriots Club Luwero chapter at an event that attracted local leaders, business people, school representatives and residents from across Greater Luwero. Honorable Minsa Kabanda reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting the development of Luwero district and urged residents to actively participate in programs aimed at improving their communities.
Because as we talk about democracy, patriotism and social economic transformation, we need to, instead of shouting 7 oil PRA, should always talk about the good things the government has done for us. So we shall continue advocating for that, and we shall talk to the youth, the young people, to see that at least we inspire our team. The reason we are here, one, is to send a message of patriotism. You know, we are under the office of the CDF. We work for General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. I want you to note that. That's one of the reasons why we are here, to send his patriotic message. We are wearing his shoes right now as we speak, and we are very sure that now that we have launched our Patriots Club regional team for Greater Luwero, things are going to be better.
Speaking at the event, Patriots Club Uganda National Chairman Bob Kakuru explained the significance of establishing a chapter in Luwero and outlined its leadership structure and objectives. He noted that the club plans to establish similar chapters in every district.
Ideology is going to spread across the 3 districts of Greater Luwero, that is Luwero, Nakasongola and Nakaseke. So basically that's why we are here, and we thank the Minister for Kampala, Capital City and Metropolitan Affairs who has come.
Luwero Chapter Patriots Club Chairperson Sejawi Timothy was confident in the district's commitment to patriotism and community development.
Today, I've been appointed as the Chairman Patriotic League of Uganda, Greater Luwero, and I'm ready to serve.
Your nation, you're loving your president, you're loving your chairman, and as you serve and you be patient and diligent, then God will give you the blessings and you will get opportunities and money.
The chairman, Uganda NRM PLU Voluntary Standby Task Force, Fred Bahati, has called for legal and administrative reforms to address a citizenship puzzle affecting thousands of Ugandans, particularly those of Kinyarwanda origin. Bahati told UBC that many Ugandans are caught between 2 nationalities, potentially barring them from high-level government appointments. More details in this report. According to Bahati, the issue stems from the post-1994 period, when many Ugandans relocated to Rwanda to seek opportunities in education and business. He identified several categories of affected individuals.
Category 1 is those Banyarwanda who, out of excitement, after the takeover of Rwanda government or the RPF, fled or went to, actually did not flee, but went back to Rwanda. Many of them sold off their properties and relocated to Rwanda, basically. So those ones, when they reached there, some had school-going children who went to schools, definitely, from primary, secondary, and university. And I want to tell you that all of them, or most of them, got national documents of Rwanda, hence citizenship. Category number 2 is of those Ugandans who were in education sector, who were proprietors of schools here in Uganda, who also rushed to go and establish schools in Rwanda. Okay? These ones also, in a way, they became Rwandans by nationality, or they acquired the citizenship of Rwanda. Another category is of those Ugandans who had some level of education, regardless of the tribe, Banyankole, Bachiga, Basoga, Bagwere, Balamuch. I know many of them, who also went and took advantage of the situation in Rwanda to get free education, both high school and even university. And actually, some of them even got scholarships, okay, to India, South Africa, USA, etc., etc.
Bahati notes that while the law allows for renunciation, the process is currently challenged by foreign bureaucracies. For instance, renouncing Rwandan citizenship requires a cabinet decision and gazetting in Rwanda, while other nations like Canada can take over 7 months to respond.
In many meetings with my teams that we kept going to the president, I had proposed that we should request the president to put a desk, to create a desk, whether at NERA or State House. This desk to handle the issue of renunciation, because the president pointed it to us very clearly that people should choose, should decide where to belong to. If you want to belong to Rwanda or Kenya or Tanzania, you decide. Or if you want to become to belong to Uganda, then decide to belong to Uganda. He is very much against about dual citizenship for East Africans.
Bahati wants President Museveni to create a dedicated renunciation desk at the National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, or State House. He also believes this might require a constitutional amendment. African legislators meeting in Accra, Ghana, have unanimously adopted a draft charter on the protection of Africa's sovereignty, family and values, and are now calling on the African Union to consider the adoption of the document ahead of its assembly scheduled for February 2027. We have a report.
African legislators meeting in Accra, Ghana, have adopted a draft charter on the protection of Africa's family, sovereignty and values, and call upon the African Union to adopt the document ahead of the assembly scheduled for February 2027. The resolution was reached during the 4th Interparliamentary Conference on Family, Sovereignty and Values hosted by Ghana's parliament and attended by lawmakers from across the continent.
We would like to take the privilege to say that I'm from the Kingdom of Eswatini, one of those few kingdoms where we've held on to our traditions and culture, where we have not allowed development to take away who we are. We have embraced tradition and modernity, and that is what we want to promote.
The conference built on resolutions from previous meetings held in Uganda, where legislators called for a common African position on emerging issues affecting the continent's identity, culture and governance.
What does it profit a continent to inherit the apparatus of statecraft, only to surrender the soul of its civilization? We stand at a critical juncture, confronting an increasing compressed landscape of interconnected risks and emerging threats.
The newly adopted document, dubbed the Ghana Declaration, focuses on key sectors including health, education, politics, religion, culture, and natural resources. The legislators agreed that African countries should adapt solutions to their challenges with minimal external influence and strengthen domestic financing for critical sectors such as health and education.
Because even our Malawi constitution does not allow abortion, but the penal code in Malawi does allow in situations where the life of a mother is in danger. So there are conditions.
In Ghana, abortion is also generally illegal. It's criminal. But there are exceptions when the life of the mother is at risk.
That when you read this document, it's clearly stated that African states retain sovereignty over their health policies, including on abortion matters, as per the UN member state consensus. So this covers what we are actually debating here.
Yes.
It's already in the document.
Yes.
Delegates also resolved that participating parliaments establish caucuses on family, sovereignty and values, designate focal persons to coordinate activities and provide annual budgetary support for related programs. On the definitions of family, gender and sex, legislators reaffirmed biological definitions and called upon member states to uphold them in their national frameworks.
But in the definition section, a man or male must be biological male or female. And we have to be very emphatic about this. And I believe all of us from different country delegations agree.
Other countries can actually pick on this. And we abandon the comprehensive sexuality education, which is being promoted for other reasons.
We lay it before the African Union, and I hope we lay it before the African Union before the end of this year, so that by February next year, when President Mahama becomes the next AU chairperson, he has something on his table that he has to push as an African Family Values Charter on the African continent.
President Yoweri Museveni was recognized for his role in championing Africa's sovereignty agenda. The Ugandan delegation received a special gift from the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Alban Sumana, for presentation to President Museveni.
Yoweri Museveni, whose indomitable spirit has nurtured the vision since its inception until now. We salute him for his sterling leadership.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mumutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu ya kusabula. Mikono free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Makerere Institute for Social Development, a certified institution for higher learning, invites applicants for certificates and diploma courses like accounting and finance, procurement, journalism, tailoring and fashion design, with many other skills-tailored courses.
Our institution is compliant. First of all, it is recognized by National Council for Higher Education. We are certified. Registration number is UBD 187.
Tested and tried since 1995, Makerere Institute for Social Development is your solution when it comes to quality education.
You may apply for January, May, August intakes. Find us along Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, opposite Makerere University Sports Ground. Our tuition is affordable with a state-of-art facilities. Early birds stand a chance to grab themselves bursaries. MISD or Makerere Institute for Social Development, facilitating your career.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda, La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
Today we are in Makerere College School and we've got our winner, and that is none other than Michelle. I am sure you've already gotten the school fees and the excitement is already there. Thank you so much.
Michelle has won school fees for a year. Never Zaba Momo. 3-term phase cleared.
You can also stand a chance to win. You simply have to dial *165 *80# or use the Momo app. Schools that accept students to pay school fees using Momo also stand a chance to win a van. Pay your school fees. You never know. You could be the lucky winner.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. In the world of business, the Uganda farmers have adopted modern agribusiness practices to improve productivity and household incomes. In Wakiso district, Pleonazo Farms has emerged as a center for agricultural training and innovation. We have a detailed report.
Government plans to promote commercial farming has succeeded as many farmers adopt innovative agribusiness methods. Project manager Daniel Mugera says many farmers invest heavily in agriculture without first understanding market demand, often leading to unnecessary losses.
They are so rigid in their traditional way of farming. The way their grandfathers, their great-grandfathers did farming, they think that's the way they should be doing things too. So I encourage those who are farming and who want to try out tomato production. This variety will not disappoint you.
He emphasizes the importance of selecting suitable crop varieties, applying proper crop management practices, and conducting market assessments before planting.
2.5 acres. They basically helped us in potting of the seeds, in setting up of the nursery beds, and we are also defying the odds because this variety, no one expected it to mature up to this level because this area was so much wilt infested. Everyone thought this variety would not come up, but we have challenged everyone, and everyone is getting inspired.
Pleonazo Farms currently employs 8 permanent workers and more than 10 casual laborers daily, demonstrating the sector's potential to create jobs, particularly for youth and women.
And the community here, we have a number of women who are able to get something to feed their families, and as well as men, because we have work which is both for men and for ladies.
On this farm, generally, basically, we have been handling Pele F1, and it has shown and it has performed very well.
The farm also operates demonstration gardens where farmers are introduced to improved tomato varieties and modern technologies aimed at increasing yields and profitability. I'm Benon Mukwaya reporting for UBC.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of Nita Uganda.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential. With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
Uganda, it's time to move for a cause. Join the Olympic Day Tokyo Run 2026 on 20th of June in Bushenyi under the theme Move, Learn and Discover for Nutrition Care. Choose your challenge, 5 km, 10 km or 21 km, and take part in a nationwide movement promoting nutrition, wellness and hope. Every step supports Ugandan athletes on their road to Dakar 2026. The chief runner is His Excellency President General Yoweri Kaguta Tibuhaburwa Museveni. Get your official run kit today for only 35,000 Uganda shillings. Powered by Toke and the Presidential Initiative on Banana Industrial Development in partnership with Uganda Olympic Committee. Run for nutrition. Run for Uganda. Call or WhatsApp 0782-009-302 or 0774-450-125.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you to the world of sports. The Uganda rugby fraternity is in mourning the death of rugby Cranes player Sydney Gongodio, who was allegedly killed in a mob attack in Kampala. Police said that the incident occurred in Masulira Zone, Bukoto, in Nakawa Division, and preliminary investigations indicate that Gongodio was assaulted by a group of people and sustained serious injuries during the attack, and was rushed to Mulago National Referral Hospital where he died. Police at Kira Road Police Station have since arrested 3 suspects in connection with the incident, and a case of murder has been registered and investigations are ongoing. Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson SP Rachel Kawala says that detectives are working to establish the full circumstances surrounding the attack and identify all individuals who participated in the assault. The death of the talented rugby player has sent shockwaves across Uganda's sporting community. Tributes have continued to pour in from teammates, clubs, fans and sports administrators who have described Gongodio as a dedicated athlete whose contribution to the game will be remembered. The Uganda Rugby Union has announced the postponement of the Uganda Rugby Premiership semi-final match between Black Pirates and Heathens. May his soul rest in eternal peace. The second season of the 2026 NCBA Junior Golf Series, played under the auspices of the US Kids Golf Program, has concluded at the Par 72 Uganda Golf Club in Chitante. More details in this report.
Over the past 4 months, young golfers have competed in several events, including 2 tournaments at Entebbe Golf Club and multiple rounds at Uganda Golf Club, which hosted the season final. The series, designed for individual competition across various age categories, has also provided an opportunity for schools to nurture young talent. Shekinah Glory International School is among the institutions that have used the competition to develop its junior golfers that have increased from 5 to 15 players.
It's been exciting in that we've seen more numbers of children across different ages participating, and it's been really good to see that the scores are improving. You know, from the time we started up to now, the scores have been improving. So we are here at different clubs about every 2 weeks.
We are playing the US Kids Golf Series, and we played this season 6 games, which we played wonderfully. I want to thank my team for playing well. We want to thank Bale Sports Club for partnering with us to see that these players have a good opportunity to practice and play. The season has been really interesting. The players have toured different golf courses.
Joseph Chebet, Shekinah Glory International School team leader on the final day. Standout performances for Shekinah Glory International School and were registered by Nathan Kibet, Bliss Wamai, Harry Chebet and Davinia Willie, who also impressed with strong displays on the course.
Today we concluded the 10th season of this junior series, and it's been a great journey. You know, 10 seasons, you learn so much. You see the juniors develop in different age categories, and it's really been a fantastic journey.
The season was very nice. It was very interesting. I was very positive on the course, and surprisingly I ended up with first position.
Today my game was good. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad, but I'm really proud of myself for winning today.
Other notable performers included Calvin Mugoya, Patience Nafuna, Chantel Mbabazi and Chebet Shekinah, Remy Nyiramgisha and Precious Kemba, who also posted commendable results.
My game today was fairly good.
Although I got third position, I plan to strive next season and get first.
And today my game was fair. Actually, this whole season has been very okay. But last season was not good, so I've improved so much. And then next season, I want to improve more.
The series now takes a break until August. One of the program's success stories is Peter Mayende, a product of the NCBA Junior Golf Series. Mayende represented Uganda at the US Kids Golf event in Dubai in December 2025 and now has traveled to Malaysia for another international tournament scheduled to tee off on June 9th, 2026.
And that brings us to the end of the 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Do join us at 10 p.m. for another. My name is Wadulo Arnold. Mark Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. See you at 10.